You're listening to a Weeby Geeks Network podcast.
The Dining at Disney podcast. The Dining at Disney podcast.
You know the thing about good food? It brings folks together from all walks of life.
Your ultimate source for the wonderful world of dining at the Disneyland and Walt Disney World Resort.
If you are what you eat, then I only want to eat the good stuff.
Kristen and Bubba are your guides on this culinary adventure.
People are going to line up for miles around just to get a taste of my food.
Our food.
Join them as they discuss the latest food news, expert tips, recommendations, and trip planning advice as it relates to Disney dining.
Try the gray stuff. It's delicious. Don't believe me? Ask the dishes.
From quick service to fine dining, you'll discover all the best restaurants and food as you hungrily explore the Disney parks.
Let's do this thing!
The Dining at Disney podcast. And now your hosts, Kristen and Bubba.
Welcome to another episode of the Dining at Disney podcast, your ultimate source for delicious discussion about dining at Disneyland and Walt Disney World. I am your hostess with the mostest, Kristen, and with me is former cast member and restaurant guru, Big Bubba B, or as we just call him, Bubba.
Bubba. Just Bubba.
Just Bubba.
Just Bubba.
Well, today we're going to be talking about the best places to celebrate Mother's Day. So not just that, but we're also going to include some of the places that have special menus and things like that going on too. So we'll have that for you. And then we've got a few different news stories. One of them, of course, has been the buzz for a few days now all over the internet, and it has been the Walt Disney World free dining promotion that everyone loves. So, of course, we're going to talk about that as well. But before we get into the show, we want to thank you so much for downloading the show on iTunes, streaming it on Stitcher, or if you're on YouTube watching our webcast there as well. Be sure to like, subscribe, and tell your friends about it as well. If you want to help out the show, you know, maybe because one thing we have on our list that we need is Bubba needs a better cam so you can have a better, clear view of Bubba. And so that's one of the things. But you can do it real easy. Places you normally shop, like the Disney Store, or maybe you shop online at Jelly Belly. One of our favorite things to use is Garden Grocers because they deliver to the Walt Disney World Resort. So that's nice. If you shop our affiliate links, it doesn't cost you anything additional. You're just kind of giving us a little bit. They give us a little bit of like a commission for that. So that's one great thing with that. Or we have the Epcot Dining Guide available right now. So you can pick that up as well. We've mentioned before, if you use the special promo code DADP for Dining at Disney Podcast, you'll receive a $3 discount. So that's just something we're offering just to our listeners. So it's not posted on the website if you go there. So it's just in the podcast that we're mentioning this for you guys. So that's available, and we are on Patreon as well. So if you go to the website, you'll see a big little banner up at the top for Patreon if you want to help us that way as well. So let's go ahead, dig into our appetizers, our news stories. I know you just have a couple of small things. I mean, everything's been all about food and the Food and Wine Festival taking place. So I know there hasn't been much news coming out, but you've got a couple of stories for us, Bubba.
I do. Right now, we just about a week ago, we got word that the Paradise Garden Grill in Disney, California suddenly closed. One of my friends actually posted something on Facebook the day before saying it's going to be closed starting tomorrow. There's no word on why. It's just cast members were informed that as of the 18th, it was going to be closed, yet the Boardwalk Pizza right next door to it is going to stay open. If you don't know where it's at, it's by Goofy Sky School, kind of way back in the corner of Paradise Pier inside Disney, California. It's kind of an odd spot. Years ago when the park first opened, it was Burger Invasion, and it was actually McDonald's, and it was very popular. Yeah, very popular place. You know, when I worked there, I would go there too. It was a nice hangout spot. But around 2008, the sponsorship ended with McDonald's, so it was closed for about 2 years, and then in 2-3 years, in 2011, it reopened into a Paradise Garden Grill where they served Mediterranean food like a beef gyro platter, Greek salad, and kind of with these make your own combos that had either grilled steak or spicy meatball with your choice of sauce like chimichurri or chili sauce, kind of those type of items. It wasn't very popular in my opinion. Every time I would go to the park, it's a nice sit down area in front because they have a nice shaded area, trees everywhere. They have the gazebo out that you can sit along, get away from the California sun. It like I said, it's a nice spot to hang out in, but the food, it was semi good. I never really heard great things about it, but I kind of see why it did close. There's no word yet on what it's going to be turned into. They're hoping it's going to be another type of restaurant. In my opinion, it's hard to have one right there, especially when you have the Pacific Wharf that you still have to walk through which has all those nice restaurants like Pacific Wharf Cafe and Cocina Cucamonga, all those other ones. It's kind of hard to resist those places as you're walking to Paradise Garden Grill, in my opinion. The only thing that's down there that I would like is the corn dog cafe, which is that's right there too.
The food in the Boardwalk Pizza, that place actually has some pretty good food in there.
It is. It's really good. When last time I went with my sister, she had pasta there, and it was good. It was very good. But it's a popular spot. They have pizza there. Kids love
their
pizzas.
Salads are nice too, and they're good sized salads.
Good side salads. I haven't had one yet, but it's pasta's filling, pizza's filling. That's why it's a popular place for the families, especially if you take the kids. But this place just didn't last long. So we'll see what it turns into. I'm hoping it's going to be something more creative. It's just a counter service, just go up and order. So
what kind of food do you feel that park is missing that would be great?
Well, we talked about this. Yeah, there's no. Well, a lot of people like sushi or Indian food, you want to get that California cuisine flavor going. It's called Disney California for a reason, to get that California flavor into it. So maybe some of these booths that are with the Food and Wine Festival will lead to something there. In my opinion, could be. The mac and cheese was popular. The Bo Taco was very popular also, along with the burritos at the Fresca booth. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe this is a testing ground to see what can go inside there.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, I've never seen a line there ever. I think I've only seen where I've been. There's been one other person there other than me ordering food, but I've never seen a line.
Yeah, the only time people are there is to sit down, or if they're having one of their events like Three Kings Days or I know the mariachi band plays right there, Mariachi Divas, which is their Grammy-winning mariachi band. They're very good, and they play right there in one of the gazebos. It's a good hangout spot, like I said.
I didn't realize they were Grammy-winning.
They are Grammy-winning performers, yes. Yeah, it's great to have them. They perform there and in the Pacific Wharf sometimes, too. Right by Cocina Cucamonga, they play throughout the week.
Yeah, because I've seen them there before, but I didn't know that. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, like I said, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. There's no sushi in the park. I know a lot of people like sushi. There's nowhere to get it inside Disney California, in my opinion. I'm trying to think of anywhere. Nowhere. Even in Disneyland, I can't think of anywhere right now. So we'll see.
Wow. I can't wait to find out what it's going to be.
I just don't get why they didn't announce the closure.
Yeah, because usually they put that out there.
Yeah, so everybody started posting on the 18th. Oh my gosh, this is closed. Somebody did put out a tweet asking Disneyland Today on Twitter why, is it going to be open? They said they have no plans to reopen right now, but that's the only information they were giving out. They're kind of keeping it low key, but I have no clue why.
Too. You've only got a couple months before,
1 month.
People are going into full on vacation mode, it seems like they would have something planned to have that because you're going to have more people in the park.
I have no clue now because they're going to have to take everything down and put all new lights and everything back up to figure out what they're going to do to it. So I'm guessing it's not going to happen for maybe till the end of the year to figure out what's going to happen to that place.
Wow.
Yeah. Until then, we'll see what Disney decides.
Be interesting. We'll be keeping an eye on that for you guys.
Yeah. But other than the news stories, the Food and Wine Festival is still going on. You have until May 1st to enjoy that. I definitely recommend if you are in California to come to it, enjoy the food, enjoy all the festivities that are going around there with the culinary demonstrations. And it was very fun the week I went. We talked about it for a long time on the last podcast. So if you didn't hear about my experience, you can always go back and take a listen to how I felt the whole festival went. But like I said, May 1st it ends. So go while you still have the chance.
Good advice.
Yes.
And
but on the Disneyland loose front, that's about it. We'll talk about the Mother's Day stuff in a little bit, but yeah, that's it for Disneyland.
And I've got several news stories for Disney World, which it just keeps coming. One thing I keep forgetting to mention over the past month or so has been that there are no more chicken waffle sandwiches at Sleepy Hollow Refreshments in Magic Kingdom. I am unhappy about this because this is like my top 5 Disney World snack items. So how this is not there anymore, and a lot of people are upset about this, that I have thought about even starting a petition to get Disney to bring back those chicken waffles. Oh, I don't know what they were thinking.
That must have been really good.
So popular. Oh, it was amazing. When it was in its phase for just being offered for during Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, I told everybody, I was like, you have got to go there. You're going to the Halloween party. You've got to try this sandwich. It's amazing. I used to tell everybody. And I would say everybody came back to me and was like, you're right. That sandwich is awesome. One person out of probably 30 people I can think of that I've told to try it were like, this is great. She was like, it just isn't my thing. I'd rather have it with like the Nutella and the fruit, which there's always got to be somebody who doesn't like chicken and waffles, but it was awesome. Spicy chicken had arugula and like a sriracha mayo coleslaw. It was amazing.
Oh, man.
So that is no more. And then I'm going to go in with the big piece of news from this week, and that is the free Disney dining plan has been offered. If you haven't booked it already, it is always worth trying to keep getting it because they only have a limited number of rooms that they allocate to these special promotions that they put out. And of course, there are exclusions. Certain resorts are not going to be included in this. But these are the dates that it's going to be for. You can book it now through July 8th. And it requires a minimum of a 3-day park ticket. And you have to have either Park Hopper or Water Park Fun and More option added to it. And the maximum number of nights that you can stay at a Disney resort with this promotion is 14 nights. But the dates are going to include August 14th through October 1st. November 15th through the 21st, November 26th through the 28th, and December 10th through the 21st. So you may have noticed that pretty much all of October is gone in the first half of November. So once Food and Wine gets into full swing, there is no free dining. So if you want to enjoy, you got to go and like take the kids out of school and go in September to enjoy it, or during those odd holiday times that they're offering it. But if you book a value, you get the Disney Quick Service Dining Plan for free. If you book Moderate, Deluxe, or Deluxe Villa, you get the basic, or it'll say on Disney's website, it'll say like Plus Disney Dining Plan. But you can upgrade to, if you're doing quick service, you can upgrade to either the basic or the deluxe. And then if you're getting the basic plan, you can upgrade to the deluxe, and you just pay the difference in the cost of the two.
Yeah.
And I find, like, if you're staying at a value, upgrade it. Do the one where you can get a table service. It is so worth it, and you'll really enjoy your trip even more. I think when you have those special sit down meals, the restaurants are so good and well themed that it's definitely worth doing that if you can. And then for Star Wars fans, Disney had released a new piece of concept art, and they did say, because we had reported on this back in February when they did this Disneyland 60th special on ABC. We had reported about, because they had Harrison Ford come out, and he discussed the new stuff mentioned and showed the video of the new stuff coming. Well, one of the things they had mentioned was, imagine, a dinner club. I don't remember. I think I wrote the exact words from the thing, and I had a screenshot from what they had shown. But they did say officially, yes, there will be a Star Wars themed dinner club, and released a new piece of concept art, which shows people sitting around like lounge tables that face a stage, and they've got a band on the stage. And I'm not sure if this is going to be, when I thought about it, I was thinking they're going to have people in costume, like actual live performers. But Aljon and I were discussing this from Jedi Musketeer, and he thought it could be animatronic show.
It would be a lot cheaper, sort of. I would see why, yeah. Kind of like how you go to Chuck E. Cheese and you have that animatronic band right there. But
when I was a kid, I loved that. I loved it.
But I see Disney going even further on top of that.
Oh, yeah.
With the band. Oh, yeah, I could totally see an animatronic band playing 24 hours on that place, yeah.
But the concept art looks pretty cool with the way they have that set up. And even the person delivering the drinks on the tray and the art is somebody from another planet. So I'm like, this could be. I
love these themed restaurants. Love them.
I don't know. I'm wondering, because in the movie they did, because the cantina has its one style of music, and they kind of did something different when you go to the bar, lounge, whatever that Mos Kanata was in. They went with a different kind of style of music.
They did, yeah.
I'm wondering, like, is it going to be, because they're doing a cantina.
I would like the original from Mos Eisley.
But they're going to do that cantina already.
They're still going to do that one plus on top of this one? For the dinner club. Yeah. So that's going to be a newer one. Wow. Oh.
So I'm wondering, are we going to see maybe some music along the lines of what we heard when they saw Mos Kanata? Or is this going to be some completely different from not anywhere else in the Star Wars universe that we've already seen?
Well, from what I've seen on the concept art, it's a lot of the places look different that I haven't seen, but when the new movie came out, Force Awakens, I noticed, that kind of looked like the architecture looked like that, especially in the bar scene with Mos Kanata. Especially with that. So I could totally see that going towards Force Awakens in the original.
Of course, as we know, I mean, it was just announced, that this Star Wars dinner club is going to go in. So we don't have a name. We don't have any idea of menu items. I mean, I'm sure that is so far from the Imagineers thought process. Because I mean, right now, of course, they're just trying to come up with what this new land, this new world experience, whatever you want to call it, is going to look like for us, and what it's going to include in every little piece of information. I'm excited. I'm excited for anything new that ever comes. I'm just like, a new experience. Because, of course, I haven't gone anywhere near as much as you have, because I've never lived 7 miles from a park. But going as often as I do, which is usually about 6 times a year, you see the same things over and over again. So something new is really, really exciting. And
well, especially now you have another movie coming out in 2017, so maybe there's going to be more additions that we're going to see from that onto whatever else they're doing. Because, like you said, there's no date for your for the club that's going to open over there.
Yeah.
But we're looking at 2019 for the Star Wars Experience. They're not calling it Star Wars Land anymore, so it's called the Star Wars Experience.
So they are calling it that.
Yes, that's
funny. You know what? We hadn't seen that listed anywhere in like a long time. It's been several months. We started saying that on some of us from Lake Sorcerer Radio had started calling it like the Star Wars Experience.
Well, Harrison Ford, he kept saying that during the whole 60th special. He never once said Star Wars Land. He said Star Wars Experience. And I noticed that, and I'm like, it looks like it's either going to be called that or they have another name for this that we don't know what they're going to do.
But the word experience makes complete sense because this is very different from our world. Because, I mean, right now you have like Fantasyland, which it's based in our world. I mean, all those fairy tales are based in our world. And then Tomorrowland is still our world. Everything relates to the world that we live in, whereas Star Wars is not our world at all. It's somewhere else. So,
it's in a galaxy far, far away.
So if we were going to these different places in the Star Wars universe, then it would truly be an experience for us because it would be unlike anything we know.
Most
so
definitely.
it makes sense to call it that way because it will be an experience for us. It is so different.
And I'll be there opening day on California.
Oh my gosh, I can imagine how crazy that's going to be.
Oh, it's going to be nuts. So we'll see. We got 4 more years for that, hopefully.
I'm wondering when they're going to have studios done.
You guys got a lot going on over there. A lot. 3 different places opening up within the next 4 years. 3 different lands. Toy Story, Star Wars, Pandora. Ugh, wow.
I'm ready. I'm so ready for Pandora to open.
A lot of people are.
I'm like, I want something completely new that I can go and haven't experienced. So I'm looking
that's how it always feels when a new land opens or something new. That's that feeling that I get, especially when Cars Land opened. That was just like, wow, this is amazing.
Do you if you weren't able to experience something on opening day and you knew you could go on the internet and find videos of stuff, would you look at those? Or are you like I am? I don't want to see it. I want to be surprised and not have any idea what anything is because it'll be, so much better when you get to experience everything yourself and not have an idea of really what you're walking into.
Oh, that's a great question. I have done that before. I have cheated. When Cars Land opened, there was cast members posting videos of, Radiator Springs Racers and Mater's Junkyard Jamboree. So, of course, I would watch it. I wanted to see what was going on. So I kind of do spoil myself. I try to see what I want. What am I getting into when I go opening day? It kind of helps me set up for that.
And see, a lot of people are that way. And I'm like, I will not watch it. Alton knows, like, don't show it to me. I don't want to see it. I want everything to be so just, wow. Like, that's how I want to feel.
Were you like
about
that for the Mine Train? For the Mine Train, Seven Doors Mine Train?
Yes, when everybody was watching that, I would not. And what was bad is my best friend is talking about it on the phone to me. And I'm going, not listening to a single word she said because she is the person who has to watch everything and know what she's getting into. And I like the feeling of not knowing what I'm getting into, everything being a complete surprise. I don't know. I'm strange that way, but it makes it so much more fun for me.
Yes, it does.
Then it's like opening a present on Christmas. You don't know what you're getting. Yeah.
You don't know what it is. You just,
Because to
And then
me,
once you get that,
otherwise,
you're like,
it's like knowing you're getting something because you went and you dug through your parents' closet and you found some of your Christmas presents. Well, then
Under
it's
their
not
bed or
quite the
whatever.
same when you open it on Christmas Day. I like the complete surprise.
Nice.
So, yeah, I can't wait for more
Well, we'll-
information to be released on Star Wars.
Anything Star Wars, I can't. I jump at it, whatever information it is.
Well, now heading over to Disney Springs, there has been a lot going on there over the past few years, and it hasn't stopped. Town Square is supposed to be opening on May 15th, and along with that are some new food kiosks that are going to be opening. The first two will be open on May 15th. The third one I'm going to mention will be on May 22nd. But the first two to open are going to be BB Wolf's Sausage Company. And they're going to have a variety of different kinds of sausages that you can order. There's going to be a sweet hot sausage with peppers, onions, and marinara. A Portuguese sausage with pickled vegetable slaw and chili mustard. Bavarian sausage sandwich with a mini meterwurst, braised red cabbage, and spicy brown mustard on a pretzel roll. Italian veggie sausage with peppers, onions, and marinara. And then there's going to be Reuben bacon wrapped with black bean salsa and chili cheese. And if sausage isn't your thing, maybe poutine is. And this place is called the Daily Poutine. And here guests can enjoy this Canadian classic dish. Have you ever had this, Bubba?
I'm looking at it, trying to figure out what is this. I've heard of poutine. I've never had it though.
Okay, I have had it in Canada. And what it is fresh cut, thick cut fries. And they top it with gravy and cheese curd.
Oh, wow.
So they're going to have
I think
the
I remember you
classic.
talking about this. Yeah.
They're
I
going to have the
remember you talking
classic.
about this.
It'll have the beef gravy, cheddar cheese curds on it. Then they're going to do a Latin version with fried yucca, black beans, pulled pork, and queso fresco.
That sounds delicious.
Italian, and that's going to have mozzarella with bolognese sauce. And then there will also be a French version with mushroom cream sauce and Gruyere cheese. And if you're not familiar with Gruyere, it's a type of Swiss cheese.
Swiss.
That I like Gruyere cheese, so I'm like, that sounds kind of good too. But
That Latin one sounds delicious. Wow.
I will, I'm sure, try every single one of these. And then this theme I think is so cute. It's called Aristocrepes. Of course, after the Aristocat.
Yes.
I mean, which are so adorable. But this place is going to have sweet and savory crepes. So no matter how you like your crepes, there's going to be a variety of them. For example, beef with horseradish cream, red onion, baby spinach, and sharp cheddar. If you are a vegetarian, there'll be one with pickled beets, goat cheese, candied pecans, and baby greens. A turkey with brie, dried cranberries, and Dijon spread. And a smoked salmon with cream cheese, capers, onions, and everything bagel toppings. I'm like, ooh. That one sounds like one I would want for breakfast, though.
Sounds like a good breakfast one.
It is.
does.
It's very breakfasty to me. And then if you are more of a sweet eater, they will have a s'mores with marshmallow cream, chocolate sauce, and graham cracker crumbs.
Oh.
A banana with Nutella and salted caramel. Key lime cheesecake with white chocolate and chiffon crouton. Or a strawberries Romanoff with chantilly cream and strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds of the desserts, the strawberry one sounds the most healthy.
I'm not thinking healthy. That s'more one just grabbed me by brought me in.
So yeah, the crepe one's going to be open on May 22nd, and the other two will open along with Town Center on May 15th. I'm going to be so broke when I go in May. Having to eat at all these places because that's when Tiffin's is supposed to open on Memorial Day weekend. So that's like the week that I'm there. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to eat so much food. I'm going to have to like work out for a month after I get back, like extra hard.
Hey, you can walk it off. You can walk it off at the park.
That's true because you easily can walk 10 miles.
Yeah, easily.
For those of you that have Tables in Wonderland cards, you can actually get a sneak peek at the 2016 Epcot Food and Wine Festival. And they're going to be doing this event. It's going to take place on Saturday, June 26th from 12 to 2 at the World Showplace Pavilion in Epcot. And it's $135 per person plus tax. All the information you need in order to book this is all available on diningatdisney.com. But you can start, the website will start taking reservations Tuesday, May 3rd at 10 a.m. And that's Eastern time, of course. But I've done this the past 2 years. I've gone to the preview and it's I like doing it. It's so much fun. It's got food and drink. It's served buffet style. So you'll walk up to like the individual tables and they're plating the food for you there. So it's one of those things that if you're a vegetarian or you don't like something that they might be putting on it, you can ask them if it's possible to have it without it. Because if it's something they can leave off, they're happy to do that for you. And then they've got the wines and the beers and especially cocktails and all kinds of new items. So to me, it's a lot of fun.
No, that sounds worth it, especially with the Disney experience that you're going to add on top of that.
I've got, for people who might be interested in this, you can actually find on Dining at Disney the review of the past couple years. So you can see all the photos. And last year, what I did is I took it at each of the places. It has a menu listed, and it'll tell you and describe the item, tell you what country it's going to be coming from, and then it's got a drink that they're suggesting with it, which may be from the same country or from a different one. And so I took the picture of the food with the drink at every single place that I could, which I still didn't get to eat everything. It's so hard to try and eat and take all the pictures.
I think that would be impossible for me too.
And they need bigger tables so you can have like more food that you can like get at one time. You know, get a cafeteria tray and like load up and go, okay, this and this, and take it, and then try all of it, and then go up and. Well, that is all of my news when it comes to Disney World.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently holding for further traffic clearance.
Check out Kristen's new website, magicaljourneysvacations.com, for all your vacation needs. Disney, Universal, cruise lines, and more.
Thank you for traveling with us.
magicaljourneysvacations.com. Have her book your magical vacation today.
Now it's on to our entree, our main topic, and that is the best places we think there are to take your mom for Mother's Day, and also some locations where they're going to be offering something a little bit different just in celebration of Mom. So, Bubba, what kind of places? What should we start with? Maybe we should start with what's being offered that's a little bit different, and then we can each then go into what our favorite is. So we'll just break it into two.
Yeah, that's no problem. May 8th is Mother's Day, so just make sure you mark that on your calendar. Sunday, May 8th.
Because
if you already forgot.
Can never forget Mom. Because without Mom, you can't be here. So she's the most important person.
She is, especially if you're Mexican descendant like me. Your mom is number. Taylor gets mad. My wife gets mad sometimes that I put my mom above her, but that's all. I know.
Once you have little ones, then she's mom.
Oh,
that's
no,
a whole new ball game.
Yeah, that's a whole different experience. I'll experience that hopefully soon. But So if you want to get reservations, now is the time to get reservations for your favorite place inside Disneyland that does take reservations. Goofy's Kitchen at the Disneyland Hotel. They will be serving brunch all day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So they're going to have just like PCH Grill also, and that's in Disney Paradise Pier Hotel. They will also do brunch all day. Both will be character dining, except for PCH Grill during the dinner time. That'll be without characters. So if you're planning on something to go do with the kids, I recommend Goofy's Kitchen because the characters will be out there in full force. The Blue Bayou will also have a special dining selection just for Mother's Day. That will be a seafood pot pie with lobster, mahi, snow crab claws, English peas, and carrots and potatoes. Now that sounds delicious to me. I mean, I'm not a big seafood guy. I'm not a big fish guy. I do love lobster and crab. So this is right up my alley. I would love to see a picture of this. So if you are out and about on Mother's Day at Disneyland at Blue Bayou, you happen to get reservations, please send me a picture of that. I would love to see it. And your thoughts on it too. Maybe it's something that they could keep on the menu after Mother's Day. Also at Carnation Cafe, they will be adding a special item, the teriyaki honey grilled salmon with spinach orzo. And Steakhouse 55 will have a prefix dinner just for Mother's Day. It's $55 for a 3-course prefix dinner. It'll start with lemon fettuccine with the pan-seared scallops, and then filet mignon with lobster, whipped potatoes, and spring vegetables. And they said to top it all off for the dessert, chocolate-covered red velvet cake. I've had the filet mignon and lobster at Blue Bayou, so if it's anything like that at Steakhouse 55, you're in for an incredible taste experience. That's one of the best dishes, in my opinion, at Blue Bayou. So please get reservations if you are out. Let us know what you think of the place during this Mother's Day deal. So if you are going to be out, like I said, Steakhouse 55 will definitely be a great place to take your mother. Carthay Circle isn't doing anything, but it is a nice environment. You've dined there. I've dined there. It's definitely a great place to if you can get the balcony. I'm sure it'll be a great, beautiful day on May 8th to dine outside. And, it's beautiful. The breeze is nice. If you're there at night, you can watch the fireworks from Disneyland, which is also another great experience. So try to get reservations for Carthay Circle during the fireworks. That's a kind of a little tip for you right there to take your mom on Mother's Day. So that'll be my top pick for taking your mother is Carthay Circle. I would say Blue Bayou, but it's kind of not, it's dark. It's somewhere you want to take your wife or your date or something. I don't think your mother in particularly, but Carthay Circle is definitely the way to go if you want to take your mother somewhere.
I also like Napa Rose.
Napa Rose, I haven't had the privilege of eating there yet. I'm hoping I get to soon. I've heard the reviews and the food is so excellent over there.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah. Well, anywhere in the Grand Californian is amazing. Storytellers Cafe, Napa Rose, even the counter service place inside there, Whitewater, I believe, is an excellent place to eat. A lot of people exit Disney California just to go there real quick and then come back into the park.
That's not a bad idea.
No, it's not. Well, I found during my tips, I'm going to give you guys, I found this little tip. I think it's cheating, but I'll let you be the judge of that.
That'll be a good thing for people to email us and give us their opinion on.
Yeah. So, well, I'll talk about it later.
Well, over at Walt Disney World, The Wave, they're going to do a Mother's Day brunch from 7:30 to 3. They'll have a carving station with a bone and ham, with rum raisin sauce, prime rib with rosemary au jus. There will be an egg and omelet station. There's going to be scrambled eggs, smoked salmon, grits with smoked cheddar and bacon. That sounds good. Quiche, French toast with fruit, bacon, sausage, hash browns, pork chops with cinnamon apples. chicken with wild rice, pilaf, and chimichurri waffles. Ooh, chimichurri waffles.
Yeah,
That seems like it needs
puzzling
like
there.
pulled pork on top, like carnitas.
That's very interesting. I would like to see that.
That on a chimichurri waffle. That's what I would want to have. Fruit, yogurt, grilled cheese, cereal. There's going to be danishes, muffins, bread, and a dessert station as well. Then if you are a vacation club member, you can enjoy a special Mother's Day brunch, and that's going to take place in the Contemporary Resort Fantasia Ballroom from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It is going to be hosted by Mrs. Incredible. So the Incredible family will be there for family photos. There's going to be family games and activities. You will receive a complimentary photo to take home for a Mother's Day, and there will be a Mother's Day card making station as well. So you can send the kids off and tell them to make you a cool card. Brunch will include salads, fruits. There'll be a yogurt bar, omelet station, slow roasted rosemary, brine pork loin, a gluten-free vegetarian quiche, scrambled eggs, bacon and sausage, rock shrimp, cheesy grits. Oh, that I want. Brussels sprouts, potato wedges, potato pancakes. My mom loves potato pancakes.
I like potato pancakes. They're great.
Breads, pastries, desserts, and of course, they will have a special station set up for the kids as well. And then the price of that is $53.95 for adults. Kids ages 3 to 9 will be $29.95 plus tax and gratuity. So those are some of the things that are going on immediately at Disney World. But you can go, you're still within the gates, but you can head over to Four Seasons. We have mentioned this before, but Ravello will be doing a buffet from 11 to 6. Kappa is going to be doing its regular menu for dinner, but in addition, have a duck confit appetizer, petite filet for the entree, and a chocolate lava cake for dessert, and that will have banana ice cream with it as well for mom, and a complimentary glass of kava and a box of macaroons for her as well. Sunday, of course, you've got your brunch over at Plancha that you can take her to. That includes the bottomless mimosas and Bloody Marys. Again, you'll be able to find all this information on Dining at Disney. As far as what I would recommend, this is where it also becomes difficult because, like, for me, I would probably take one place I would take my mom is the beer garden. She loves German food. Of course, my family is German with the crazy last name like Hetzel. So that would be a place that I would take her because she would love it. And she could enjoy all the German food she likes. So that's one thing to take into consideration. If your mom really likes
my mom would
particular cuisine, there's certain restaurants that are great for that. Like if like for Italian food, I would like either take my mom to Ravello or go to one of the two restaurants in Epcot because they have fantastic Italian food there. And then something more like I would think, you know, if you're like like being a grown up kid, you know, I'm not a little kid, so no, you don't have to worry about possibly doing those character meals, which are always great because moms love to see their kids having a good time. So that's always, you know, doing character meals
it's kind of weird if you're an adult.
On Mother's Day are always really nice. And you can get pictures of your kids with mom, you know, dad, if you planning this stuff, get a picture of, you know, mom with boys or girls, whatever you have, get those family photos of mom with them and maybe in the suitcase, Dad, put in like a picture frame. And then, at the end of the day, you can, give that to Mom and go, we did all these great photos today, and this is a picture frame for you to be able to select one of those photos from today and put that of you and the kids in this picture. And that's going to be a great way that Mom can remember that fantastic meal that she had with her kids. Growing up, you can do a little bit more of the things like you had mentioned, going to Carthay Circle. Those are even more fun when you have growing children, and everybody can enjoy a nice little cocktail or whatever. So at Disney World, wow, there are so many places. Kappa, I'm like I've said before, I love Four Seasons. I have been really impressed with, the service you get, the cuisine, everything is so perfect and spot on that, you can't go wrong with Kappa, especially if Mom wants a nice view of fireworks, because you can see all the fireworks from that rooftop restaurant. And then on top of that, it just has some great Spanish food. Nice steakhouse. Nice. Bull and Bear. That is another fantastic place. And that's over at Waldorf Astoria. They have everything there is just fantastic. The dessert that I think you have to do, if Mom likes lemon, they have a dessert where they actually take the lemon and inside it's got a cream to it. But it's not going to be bitter. It doesn't have that tartness on the rind anymore. It's just nice and sweet, but not too sweet either. So it's a nice balance, kind of like along the lines of like a flavor that you get from Meyer lemon. So that nice sweet with a little bit of that sourness to it. But it's an incredible dish. I've had the opportunity to taste that, and good friends of ours, Ryan and Jess. Jess is a cast member, Ryan a former cast member, and they dined there for I believe it was their anniversary that they had dined there, but they had that for dessert. And it was funny. She was telling me when they went, she was like, oh my gosh, and I had the best dessert. And she told me about it. I was like, I know the dessert's, it's amazing. So yeah, it's an excellent dessert to try. Everything there is good as well. And you'll get excellent service. If Mom likes surf and turf, Narcoossee's over at Grand Floridian is a great place, and it sits out on the water. So if you plan for the right time, you can watch Wishes from there. Another great place to take Mom for great food, signature dining, and a nice view of Wishes is also California Grill, which is all the way at the top of the Contemporary at the 15th floor. So it overlooks that, and you can walk out. They actually have a nice little walkway outside of the restaurant that if you don't have a table right next to the window to be able to watch that, you can walk outside and view fireworks from there.
Watch it.
So that's a nice place. Those are the things that just immediately come to my mind as great places to take your mom. So,
yeah, I mean, because like I said, if you got kids, there, of course, you're going to say different places. I'm the oldest kid in my family, so I know my mom would enjoy, the alcohol and, having some wine or beer or whatever. She would be more into that than she would into the food. Yeah.
My mom would like she drinks scotch, so scotch and water somewhere. So it's not like we have to take her to some place with, crazy, unique cocktails, because she's scotch and water. Now she does like her margaritas. She will go for a good margarita.
My mom loves it all. Yeah. Yeah. My mom is retired, so her and my dad they constantly go play. They just came back from a week-long cruise a couple days ago, and then I'm sure they're already planning their trip to Catalina in June or July, and then but they travel a lot. They have a great time wherever they go. Their pictures of their food and their drinking out on the island or on the boat. They just have a great time. So I know, like I said, my mom would enjoy the beer or the wine type places. So Carthay Circle would be a great place for her, actually, because they have a lot of great different types of beer too and wine.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times Again, it also, there's always a big difference when you are, you're a family with older kids versus younger kids, because it really does.
Yeah.
What mom enjoys is so much different at those times in her life as well, because it's just interesting to watch how parents change as their kids get older and what they enjoy. It's like when your kids get older, you enjoy sitting and having some drinks and having adult conversations. But when they're kids, you really enjoy, as a mom, watching those magical moments that your kids have and getting to do those things with them. And so that's why I think like character dining is so much fun when you have little kids. If you have girls doing something, a princess would just be a fantastic way to spend Mother's Day. Do a princess meal and get the pictures, mom and her little girls with, their favorite princess. I mean, what a great photo that is, and way to remember a trip. So
now, if I could take my mom to Bippity Boppity Boutique and get her everything done for her. That would be amazing.
I wondered why they don't have an adult version of that.
They could make a lot of money with that too. I mean, especially with the dress and everything. Just wow.
I mean, even to go when you're, do a mother-daughter kind of thing. Like for Mother's Day, mom get to sit there and get her hair done with her little girl. I mean, how much fun would that be?
Oh, that would be amazing. They should have done something like that.
Disney's missing out. We're giving you ideas here.
Yeah. Hope they're listening.
So Iger, if you're listening, we're giving you some free ideas. We're not charging you for them.
Or whoever the new vice president will be now that Staggs is stepped down, I believe. So
only a matter of time before we find out who his replacement is.
Yes.
And see, to me, I think that'll be the person they'll have to groom to take Iger's place.
I think they need a woman's touch on certain things too. I mean, it could be.
I would love to see two people in the same position, two CEOs to get. I think you could just get something really unique that way.
A lot of fighting. I'll tell you that.
I'm sure that happens no matter what.
It's like Republican versus Democrat type stuff, and just.
Hey, well, I guess you would have to have three, because then you would have to. Otherwise, you'd have an even number.
The final, you need the final person to say,
Sweden,
"Hey, I like yours better."
Or not Sweden, Switzerland. They have 7 presidents.
Wow, jeez. And then one will be the final vote. Smart.
It is actually, the way they run things is interesting, but that is for a whole nother kind of show, guys. Anyways, back to Mother's Day. That is our places that Bubba and I think would be wonderful ideas, and some of the places that are offering unique menus for mom. Bubba, your tip. Dessert time.
So I kind of did have a tip for you. I kind of have 2 of them now that made me think of the other one. My first one is, I believe we talked about this for a little bit on certain shows, but Disneyland does have an app that you can download to your smart device for Disneyland and Disney World. I believe at Disney World it's called My Disney Experience.
That's correct.
And for Disneyland, it's just called Disneyland. But make sure you find that little check mark by each app, because it's a certified app, the official app on whatever, either iPhone or Android or whatever. So when you do download it, it's perfect for when you're in the park. You literally have everything from attraction times, character locations, at what time they'll be there. If you have to look for a restroom, photo pass, entertainment, whatever you're looking for, it's there. Especially the dining. It is very informative. If you are stuck on like, okay, we're here, what's around this area that we can go eat at, or what sounds good, or you want to say who has a corn dog, or who has churros, or who has a funnel cake. It's the perfect way for you to like not get lost, or trying to find a cast member to say, oh, which way is this, which way is this, even though they are helpful when it comes to that. but it'll also show you a little price range too, you know, up for each place, whether it's a $1 symbol or two of the dollar symbols or more. And it'll help you decide what you want to spend, what you want to eat. It'll also tell you what kind of service it is, either tableside or quick service. And it's a great little thing to have on your phone. You can also put your ticket on your phone. I have my annual pass linked to my account on my Disney app. So all I have to do is log into my Disney app, and there's my pass, and they just scan my phone and I go right into the park. Yes.
Nice. Ours doesn't
Isn't
do
that
that.
awesome? Yeah, you just you could also purchase tickets too through the app. You just when you do have your annual pass, you can link it by putting in your number. It'll be saved with your I believe it is your Disney account number. So if you do have a Disney account on the actual Disney webpage, you use that email address and password, and you can link your account. And it also links your PhotoPass. So if you don't have a PhotoPass card or your annual pass handy, it'll have the little square bar on your phone, and they just scan that, and all the pictures will go right to your account.
Wow. Nice.
Yes.
I will include in the show notes the official links to both the Disneyland app and My Disney Experience. So you guys can just click on that, and that way it'll take you to that app, and that way you're not going to something or unclear of what
something weird.
If it is an official app, because there are so many apps out there, it's crazy.
Yes, there is.
What's nice though is, you know, with Disney doing these apps, it's really eliminated the need for a whole bunch of other apps that I could have something for wait time, and you would have something for restaurants. And now they're getting better and better of like getting all of this information in their app. So it is just a way to eliminate the need of 5 apps when you can just use the one at Disney. And you know that there is like those wait times are accurate because they match.
Yes,
they are Disney's. They match what exactly is up on those screens and the actual times.
We checked them.
I have. Yeah,
we checked them too just to make sure, and it's right on. If it changes 5 minutes, the app will change along with it. Which is great. Because, you know, previously they all had to be reported by somebody who was in the park. So they would, they would have it to where, you know, you could be a member and post times, and I don't remember. Some of them would give you like a little award, like you've reported the most times here at, you know, Tower of Terror, whatever. You know, you're our top poster and stuff like that. But anybody could make up something. So at times that was the big problem with other apps.
It had an 80-minute wait, and you're standing outside going, well, that's interesting. It says 15.
It says 20. Exactly. It's 15 or 20. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of people would purposely put wrong times on there. I don't know, just to make everyone's life.
I think it was probably to get people to not write something so that like people could walk up and go, wow, this is like walk on.
Yeah, it's just I love this app, and it's helpful, useful. You can sit down with your family and you can look at it and decide we got a 40-minute time on Matterhorn, or we got an hour wait for, you know, what do we want to do? What can we do afterwards, or what can we do before this? So it's perfect for families.
Can you make dining reservations on yours yet?
You cannot make dining reservations, but it gives you the number. No matter what restaurant you click, you can click on a restaurant and it'll give you the number that you call for reservations. Okay. So, I mean, like I said, everything is very helpful and useful with that app.
Yeah, My Disney Experience, you can make dining reservations from it. They have it that feature added into it.
Wow.
So hopefully in the future, the Disneyland app will eventually add that.
Yeah, well, I'm actually going to check it right now.
It does make it.
I want to double check just to make sure it doesn't. So I go, Smoke Jumpers Grill. So I'm on it right now. If you don't know what it looks like, I don't know if everybody has, you know, if you can see what's on here. It shows you the whole map. You can scroll through.
And you can see what places are restaurants with the little fork and knife.
So when you zoom in, yes.
Because you never need a
So
spoon.
you have, yeah. So you have right there. That's Ariel's Grotto and the Cove Bar. So when you click on something, let's see, Ariel's Grotto. It'll tell you what kind of place it is, what the price range, table service, and everything. And then you can click on that, and it'll take you to an actual page to where, yes, it does say book a table.
Oh, good. So
you can make reservations.
Great.
Yes.
Okay.
I've never had to do one.
It used to not have that on there. That's why I was asking if it was now on there. Cool.
So it does have it on there. That's why I wanted to make sure. I'm like, I might have it on there. So it does.
That's great. Well, I think that is all we have for today. You have
all right. Do you want what? I'll give my other dining tip.
Oh.
I'll give my other dining tip.
Okay.
Real quick. This, like I said, it might be cheating. Yeah, it might be cheating. My friends did this, and it seems perfectly fine. If you are somebody that's really hurting on a budget and you are in maybe Disney, California by chance, they would go to the lobby and order a pizza from Pizza Hut and get it delivered there. You can get anything delivered. Like you said, they deliver groceries at Disney World. I know you can get groceries delivered here at Paradise Pier. A lot of people do from Vaughn's and other places. So, they got pizza delivered in the lobby at Grand California Hotel and ate dinner there or brought the pizza in, which is kind of funny in my opinion. So that was just like I said, it's cheating, but it's a tip.
That's true. It saves you money.
It does.
But it's just you're still not you're not getting the full Disney experience.
This is coming from people that go to the park like 3-4 times a week, type people. If you're there, you're on vacation.
I'm sure the hotel just loves people who aren't staying there eating in the lobby. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it's cheating, but hey, who knows?
You can do it, but you might get some frowny faces. I would give you a frowny.
Get that you'll get that eyebrow raised up like
that. I can't do that. I can't raise my eyebrow. Can you raise your eyebrow? There you go. That very Gaston-y thing.
People, if you're listening to the podcast, I'm lifting my eyebrow up just so everybody knows. If you're seeing it, you can actually see it.
It's true. If you want to see any of this stuff, you can always go to YouTube and watch some of these playbacks of things that and see maybe some of the funny expressions or how I constantly talk with my hands and all that kind of fun stuff.
I talk with my eyebrows and my face, yeah, and everything. And you can see the app that we showed earlier on my phone. You can see how that kind of works.
Well, that is our meal for today. Bubba, tell everyone where to find you.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter with the same name, big_Bubba_B. And I try to constantly post stuff. I've been kind of busy the past couple of weeks. I started a new job with management training. So, I'll get stuff out as soon as I have time to post it. I'll post a lot of stuff tonight that I've kind of been lagging on. So be ready for that. Like I guess, just follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll get you all the information you need. You could always ask me a question too. I got friends that are in the park that go every day that I can ask around and say, hey, dude, what's going on with this or what's up with that type deals, So big_Bubba_B.
As far as Dining at Disney, you can find us at diningatdisney.com, and you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Periscope. We're pretty much try to be everywhere. We're on Snapchat, but have not used it.
Oh, I kind of use my Snapchat. No, not. I look at a lot of people's stuff, but I used Periscope last time I was at the park. So, I love Periscope.
I'm big on my big thing is Instagram, and I finally got into it. It took me a while to get into it because being somebody who actually takes pictures. To have to take a picture with your nice camera and then go, okay, now it's time for the phone, So, I've gone into it. I finally got in that whole rhythm down with all that. So,
well, now Instagram is allowing videos that are over 15 seconds longer now, from 15 seconds to a minute. It used to be just 15-second videos. Now they're allowing minute-long videos, which is great.
Get more users on it.
Yeah, it does. Like, there's a lot of stuff I have to show in more than 15 seconds. Like, you'll see, if you go to mine, you'll see me from the Food and Wine Festival when I tried the whoopie pie and then the mac and cheese. That's going to take longer than 15 seconds, in my opinion, but you'll see my reaction.
And then we're also on YouTube, where, as Bubba said, if you want to watch us, you can go to YouTube. There, it's The Dining at Disney. We are part of the We Be Geeks network, so you can always go there and find us and download and subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. We do love ratings. You can give us 5-star ratings. We would really love that. You can email us at podcast@diningatdisney.com. We want your opinion on, what do you think about people ordering pizza and eating it in the lobby of the Grand Californian? So tell us that. Tell us things you want to hear, things you want us to discuss. We actually have received some new things. We're going to be doing a healthy dining for people who are pre-race and they're going to Disney, so they're trying to eat just right before the races and stuff like that.
Marathon.
So we're going to do a healthy one, and then we're also going to do a show coming up on places we would like Disney to create, restaurants we would like to see. That was a suggestion. That one's going to be a lot of fun, because of course that's completely us being our own Imagineers. And then another topic is going to be people who have special dietary needs, whether it be diabetics or gluten-free. So we'll do a show on all that as well. So those will be a few things for you to look forward to over the next couple months of podcasts that Bubba and I are going to bring to you. So, well, thank you so much for listening. And until next time, bon appetit.